Hmm? I think so. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Lightning Cup. It is your host, Theodore. Don't call me T Bone. And I am joined by none other than the voice of the South, the mouth of the South, hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. This is Leader Leabag. Leader, often, yeah. I think whenever you hear a leader make a noise on the mic, you think the Wyatt family is going to come out next. It's just like all this shit, but he's there. And we're also joined by Cam, Rudy, who's also driving. I am T-Bone. We're doing full quali here. We're at Coda, a circuit that I feel like we've been to 1,000 times in the last 2 weeks in every other league. But nonetheless, we are here. It is a favorite of the Lightning Cup drivers. They have space to drive. They enjoy that Texas barbecue. They like the big old women, I guess. I don't know. I just saw Kev Wood's mama walk by, and my God, she beeps when she backs up, folks. Either way, 15 drivers will be advancing to round two here in the qualifying session, and I'll be back in 30 seconds. Appreciate and love you all, man. Shout out to everyone racing today as well. Cam, leader, any words?
Nothing, it's just very, very wet on track.
It is very wet on track. It is moist. I prefer the word moist, you know? And I love using the word moist in public. It makes people feel uncomfortable, especially if it's a girl, you know? Anyways, enough about that. Enough about my love life or lack thereof. Looking at BXT, though, how about the Flying Spaniard? He is reserving today. Just a quick rundown on the drivers in the grid. Obviously, we got our favorites, B-Tom, Sauzetti, Limitless, Draco. We got Mango in his pink controller and his pink tutu taking back the track. Shout out to Mango. And a special reserve here, we got Yanni. I believe it's pronounced Yanni. Yanni Koseras from Hungary, friend of Frozen. Absolutely rapid driver. Shout out to Frozen. Shout out to Luis Crazy Ratudo. He just finished his 5-race ban. Last time he raced here, the whole car was covered in tequila. We had to get rid of him, send it in for detailing. And thank you to Ratudo for returning. Curry as well has had the same issue, but with vodka. So we'll keep an eye on that as well, folks. He did do his rehabilitation, mandatory by the league offices. So shout out to Curry for passing that. K. Osama and Makuli also in the mix, man. Shout out to Wingish, other Finnish driver who won last week. We all know what Wingish is capable of. And yeah, I am going to be back in 1 minute, folks. Just had to handle some admin things, aka my shawarma arrived. So as Leader Liebeg, I think, was trying to play Dancing Queen. I think I heard the start of Dancing Queen by ABBA. Am I right, Leader? Was that Dancing Queen by ABBA? Let's do this, man. We'll keep an eye there on Cam. Where the hell is he? All right, Leader. Yeah, take it away, man. Where are we watching, Leader? I need to walk away for 1 minute, so just tell me where. All right. What better way to spend a freaking Sunday here? Don't get me wrong, it is like 30 degrees outside. There's dogs, there's beautiful women outside. There's definitely better ways to spend it. But either way, we're going to have a great time right here. Folks, we're here live. Sunny Toronto, Canada. Beautiful Toronto, Canada. My home, native land and city. Shout out to everyone all over the world here. Shout out to all our friends in the United States of America, in the UK. Shout out to our friends in Nigeria, Hungary, Finland, wherever else you may be, Mexico. We got Frozen. How about, speaking of Canada, I take a little pride in that one. Frozen, the Canadian. It is nice to see a Canadian that quickly. We haven't seen someone this fast since I was in my heyday. TTV Kaname, obviously the quick American driver. I don't know who just laughed when I said that, but I will find out. Mac T. Here, let's have a look at Mac T here. The kid from Sin City, Vegas. Heading through those S's. Full qualifying. 15 will advance. Track is drying up. Unbelievable here. So we are just going to keep an eye on... Yes, yeah, things are about to change there as someone does break something up in the background. Leader Liebeg. Much love to Chenzo, Greg Jennings. We all know what Greg Jennings does and how capable he is on track. Coming off a P3 last week. Hell of a performance from him. And one driver I have wanted to keep an eye on is this Yanni guy. Absolutely rapid from what it seems. He made his debut in our community yesterday in the LSR race. It lasted a grand total of 30 seconds, but my God, he did have the pole for that race. And I think anytime Frozen says, "Can I invite a friend?" chances are it's going to be a fast friend. I'm pretty sure I'm the only slow friend he has. So, I don't know, but I'm happy to be here for the Lightning Cup, of course, joined by my good buddies, Leader and Cam. Cam Rudy is going to drive with me in his ear here. Let's give some love to Spenny's Pub Hub, also from Toronto, like myself. The good thing about this is if he ever takes me out, I can just go to his house. That's why it's nice to live near people, you know? Unless that person is HMP hooligans or Emerge. You don't want to go to their house. You might not ever come back. But look at the slipping here by Spenny. And yeah, we're going to switch to dry tires, folks. Spennard hitting... Oh. He made the turn, didn't pull a Strachosaur. All right, folks, so right now we got Frozen atop the leaderboard, followed by Kaname. And there is Yanni, the Hungarian driver, taking the pole here decisively for now. Top 15 going to Q2 in the Lightning Cup round 5. We are in Texas where everything is bigger, except for Kev Wood's mama. She's big everywhere but here. She fits in here. And man, oh man, K. Osama, a.k.a. Kurt, longtime buddy of mine, finally in the Lightning Cup. What league is this? Mushroom Lightning? One of the cups. He's in here now. Mac T, of course, man. Just a pleasure to have in the league, as drivers will be making their switches right now. I'm going to take a Jello shot.
DRS is enabled. We'll just stop qualifying now. Just stop it now while I'm P2. Stop it now.
Championship leader B-Tom heading into the pits right there. Period of transition here in this qualifying session. I hear there may be some T-bone weather for the race too, if you know what that means. I don't know what that means. T-bone weather? It's going to snow? I don't know. That's hooligans weather maybe. Here's Rasta Cheech. Yeah. Uh-oh, what do you mean what's he up to? Are they kicking me out of the league? Are they plotting something, dude? Anyways, how about Rasta Cheech, man? Young Rasta Cheech hailing from Quebec, Maribel, Quebec, Longueuil, Quebec, Sherbrooke, Quebec. I'm not really quite sure, but we're going to call it Montreal. And Rasta invalidates just like his Montreal Canadiens do in the playoffs every single year. How about Cam here? He's going to head into the pits. Who do you want to have a look on right now, leader? Sauzetti. Let's go to the sauce, man. Ecuadorian driver hailing from the States. Here he goes.
I think it's just going to be a big lull now, waiting for everyone to wait for the best track evolution. So I think that's going to be the score now. Everyone's just sitting around waiting.
There he is.
Slow, soft.
Sauzetti with a 136 on the head there. Fastest guy right now. First one to put on the lap in the softs. But how about the next man potentially here to start his lap? The South African man. The South African Mango. He will. Hell yeah, we're watching on with Kurt Osama right here. You know,
Yeah, it's very much going to be last across the line, gets about best conditions. 100%. Then you'll probably see a big backlog going into the last two corners of drivers wanting that best position. As K Osama crosses the line, P1 that, yeah, it's ramping up.
So there's Osama. What the hell? Sorry, every time I see Osama, I just assume it's Mango. So for good reasons. Here's Crazy Ratudo, of course, the exciting Mexican driver. We call him the R word around here, but he's driving like a racer. That's for damn sure, folks. Let's see what Ratudo can accomplish right now. T-Bone joined by Leader Liebag and Cam Rudy, in-car on-track correspondent. Lightning Cup, round number 5, season number 2. You're talking to idiot number 1, T-Bone, and we are happy to have you. I welcome and appreciate all your support, the eyeballs, the criticism, whatever it may be. There's nothing but love on my end, but if you do want the smoke, I want that too, baby. 2 minutes remaining here in Q1. Let's see what we got going. 20 of the best drivers in the community doing their thing. TTV Kaname setting sail. Maiden Voyage, hot lap time, heading through the Hemi S's in a track that is covered right now by nefarious-looking clouds, ominous in the distance. Perhaps those will play a factor as we head onward in this full qualifying session to the Grand Prix itself. We are here in Austin, Texas. Great barbecue, beautiful women, great weather, and of course, the home of the world famous horrible Whataburger. Absolutely terrible. Unbelievable. Oh my god! Oh my god! No. Shout out Osama, man. He will recover. His thumb is up. He says he's okay, folks. He's okay. Was it intentional, by the way? Was it intentional, by the way? Was that car hijacked, or was it a... I heard that car might have been hijacked. Sorry, bad joke. Wait a minute. A second car just hit the pit wall. A second car hit the pit wall. This can't be. I know. Too far. Too far.
The penny just dropped.
I'm happy at least someone's intelligent enough to get a reference, man. I swear to God. I drop gem jokes all the time, and everyone's like 17. They don't even get it. Like, people, that makes no sense. I'm sorry, bro. I am sorry you don't know who fucking George Bush is. Chaos, absolute chaos. That's not what we're gonna like. But B-Tom is starting his hot lap, folks. Oh no, he finished it. And you can't help but think, Leader Liebag, that little distraction right there, that's gonna go over like a fart in church. But it will be good enough to advance B-Tom. Shout out to Goatley, man. Goatley around this track, absolutely rapid. His name is Goatley, but he moves like a cheetah around here. And how about his rival, Justin Strye, sitting there in P4. I'll be back in a moment, folks. Just handling a couple admin things here. It is still Q1. This is a chill period. Pack your bowls, start your engines, pop a bottle. I don't know what the hell we're doing.
Let's go. Oh my god, look who's out. Frozen out in Q1. Well, we've got the shock of qualifying so far. Leader, what do you say on that then? Right, so out in qualifying 1 is Frozen P20, Crazy Ratudo P19. We'll wait till it comes up again. So out in Q1, that doesn't matter, I've missed it.
All right, we're back. We're in Q2. We're going to give some camera movement to the Maestro. Thank you, everyone, for your patience. I was finishing my great shawarma from Osmos. 14 drivers remain here in qualifying. Of course, I am Tebow in round 5 Lightning Cup here. Season number 2. Shout out to HMP Hooligans. Shout out to Emerge. Shout out to all the guys. Shout out to Ferrari Pro, who's our name of the race. And yes, of course, that is leader Liebag. Cam Rudy has advanced here into Q2. Shout out to him. And
Frozen was rock
Frozen's out.
bottom.
What happened to
He was rock
Frozen?
bottom.
Frozen, eh? Frozen must have DQ'd or something. Okay, very interesting right there. And of course, it looks like. Yeah, okay, so we lost 6 drivers there. I guess because one of them DNF, that was Osama. As we look at Mac T
Right, he
here
finished.
on his outlap, folks. And right now, though, we will have a look at Justin Schrei, who's on his hot lap. Justin Schrei, fantastic golfer, breaking 80 on the regular at your local par 3 course. Just kidding, Schrei. He's a very good golfer. And Stry coming in there with a 132.5. Next up, we will have a look at the Sauce Man, Sauzetti, finishing his lap. Ecuadorian living in the Big Apple right now. Moving up to P4. Oh, man. Once again, shout out to Wingish, winner of last week. From free. Sorry, folks, the first qualifying session or so. Just usually dealing with a couple admin things. I'm running around all morning. And I gotta eat. You know, grab an 8-ball, grab my shawarma. And, yeah. Sauzetti finishing up. Let's have a look here at the Mango Man himself. Rapid Mango, the terrorist, as we will call him, on the Discord server, sometimes on the track, heading through the S's. One of the fastest men on the planet. Mango putting in the fastest lap right here. Very interesting to see Jari race, or Yanni. Just call him Yanni. I'm so sorry. It's Yanni. Interesting to see these guys race. Shout out to him, Frozen, all their super fast friends. Always welcome here. And my God, he does a 131.2. Answering with a 131.2. Can I get a 131.3? Who else you want to have a look at? How about Mac T, man? The man from Sin City, Vegas himself. From the bright lights to the cactuses in... There's cactuses in Texas. Let's have a look here at Mac T. Starting his all lap leader. Tell me what you see here. Do you like the lines? Do you like his approach to tackling this one? All right. Keep an eye here on Big Mac T. Goat Lee, man. We all know how quick he is, especially at this circuit, too. I anticipate a crazy, crazy race today. Spenny's Pub Hub and, man, BXT, the Flying Spaniard. You got it. Get in there, Mac. All right. 2.5 minutes, leader. Lot can change. Lot can change. Ding, 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 ding. Kaname starting his hot lap here. We're going to look on with TTV hailing from the Magic Kingdom, Orlando, Florida. I don't know if he likes it when I call it the Magic Kingdom, but that's where Disney World is, so got to give reference, you know. Orlando, beautiful town, Central Florida. Here is Kaname, man. We all know how quick Kaname is, man. It is a pleasure watching these guys every single week. Very grateful they choose to race in our league. And nothing but love on my end here. It's Kaname, man. Look at the sun. That Texas sun, the Texas heat. It's beautiful, beautiful blonde women in the crowd, Leader Liebeg. I know you've been keeping an eye on it. Have you been giving, they've been getting some numbers out there, Leader? Or what? The numbers are changing. Kaname backed out of that one. We're watching Go Lee now. Go Lee on his hot lap, man. Arguably his quickest track. Let's see what he's got in the tank right now. As Kaname did bail on his hot lap further up. This is the GOAT man himself here. How about Cam Rudy now on an O lap as well? We'll go back into him as 45 seconds remain in this qualifying session. Things are going to get crazy here. We will see who makes it in after all. Mac T deciding that'll be enough. I'm still here. We're still here. How about Go Lee showing a purple snack, Sector 2. Go Lee taking a purple snack out of Sector 2. Not the best for Goatley at this circuit, so we'll see if that is enough for him. But we're going to have some other drivers behind him looking to get that lap in. Chenzo, obviously one of them. Saw Zetti finishing his lap here. This is big. Will he get in? Salzetti moving into P6 right there. Getting in. Here's Spenny. Here's Spenny. Spenny not getting it in a P12 right there. BXT next up. He ran wide. BXT ran wider than Kev Wood's mama after a night at the Red Lobster. I've never seen anything like that. Oh my God. So BXT eliminated. Here's Stry. Will Stry advance? Boom. Stry's advancing. Cam Rudy will have to put in the lap here. Will he get the time he needs? Cam Rudy, Chenzo, the drivers to watch, and Go Lee sitting on that hot seat. Go Lee will be nothing but a spectator here as Cam and Chenzo hold his fate. And Cam Rudy gets in. Cam Rudy gets in. Chenzo not getting in. Wow. So Greg Jennings getting the last available spot, hanging on by the skin of his teeth. How about Cam Rudy's pace, ladies and gentlemen? Started full time, moved to reserve, coming back here with a passion. Cam, talk about that one, my man.
My heart's pumping up my chest.
Yeah, mine too, dude. Folks, stay away from, never mind. Anyways, Cam, that was a crazy, crazy lap, man. And it's great to see this pace from you, bro. Were you practicing or what got into you today, dude?
Beaton just gave me a heavy-duty slipstream down the long straight, so that's probably what saved us in that one, 100%.
Oh my God. Cam Rudy. Shocking the world. I think Goalie might have, as you said, leader, I think he made a mistake somewhere in that lap because he's really quick here. I think, yeah. There's some overturning I saw too. Very minor, but hell yeah. Shout out to the DRS Maestro's mother as well. She's tuning in. It's crazy, man. I'm not going to say anything disrespectful about her because, like, you know, she's great. She raised a great young man. Kev Wood's mom, if you're watching, not so much. God. Oh, I wonder if Kev Wood's mom's still watching, bro. Last time she was watching, she ate her computer halfway through, so she missed the end. Yanni, a debut here in the Lightning Cup, currently in P1, followed by B-Tom, followed by Mango, TTV, Kaname. How about Makuli, the Finnish polar bear, Justin Stry, Mr. Cam Rudy, Mac T, Salzetti, and Greg Jennings. Our top 10 here heading into Q1. We are round number 5, Texas in the Lightning Cup. I don't know what the weather is going to hold for the race, but it is I, Theodore Bone, joined by the legendary leader Lee Bag. Hell yeah. We're loving our time out here in Texas. That's for sure. Leader and I were out pretty late last night. We're at what's it called? King of Diamonds? Magic City. We're at some barbecue joint, folks. All my exes live in Texas. All my exes wear Rolexes. Hell yeah, folks. Best business decision you could ever make. Don't get married. Just kidding. Just kidding. Just make sure she, whatever. Ain't going to get into that. But don't think you're slick because if you're not marrying her, don't think you're slick. You live with her for a year, you got to pay her anyways. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's cheaper to keep her. Just remember that. That's it. Shout out. It's just leader. It skips in and out too much, bro. It does it when I do it too. I don't know what it is, but yeah. Shout out to George Strait. I wish, bro, there's a way to do it. Yeah, whenever I play, whenever I've tried to play music through my mic, it just comes through all staticky and shit. It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate. We need a way to do it. I wish we could, bro, where you could just bring in music. Yeah. Yeah. The crowd booing, but or like the sports center, or the Pac-Man dying sound. Yeah, womp womp. Bro, imagine we just did Mario sound effects in our races. Anytime someone crashed or spun, if someone spins, we go. Bro, that could be something fun to look at, dude. Could be something fun to look at. I'm sure you can find it, but it's not that. It's about bringing it in and letting it sound clear, you know. Anyway, we are going to look here. Who's going to be the first one to go on a hot lap? It'll be none other than Mac T. Here we are. Not that. It's not gonna. I don't think it'll play a factor. And if it was the case, he's not the one who has to be careful, right? It's on you to time it, but you got to time it yourself, bro. You know, you got to leave space. Either way, I don't think Mac T's ever been a hindrance in terms of holding people up. Round five, round number five here. I think it's round five. Yeah, round five. Shout out to B Tom leading the championship fight right here, but many contenders in the mix. Let's see what Mac T's got. And behind him is Justin Schry. Two cars about to finish hot laps. Have a look at Greg here next. B Tom taking the pole. So Greg heading into the pits. Greg bailed on that. Okay. Leader, let's have a look at Yanni. I just want to have a look at his driving style here. I don't know if you know him too well, but he is one of the quicker guys for sure. Frozen's buddy. So we'll have a look at how he drives and negotiates that car. Twice. Here's Mango Man, one of the fastest drivers on the planet in past games. Baku world record, he's got it. Portugal world record, he's got it. France world record, he has it, and he's retired with it. He took it with him when France left the game. Shout out to freaking Mango Man. Let's see here. He's going to have to save that battery. And look at the driving here by Mango Man on his PS5. His PS4, of course, put in the Smithsonian Museum. And that controller, that iconic controller, destroyed, broken, covered in barbecue sauce and some other undetermined liquids and fluids. And man, right now he's on his PS5 with his new pink controller. And look at this. The way he drives is something to behold. Signature driving style here from Mango Man from South Africa. 2P2 here in the Lightning Cup. Shout out to the Mango. And how about Yanni with a 130.9? Here is Sawzetti now. Up next. Coming off of P2 in round number 1, Sawzetti, hailing from PRL, of course, representing the nation of Ecuador. What's the capital of Ecuador, Leader Liebeg? We are checking. Anyways, Sawzetti heading around the final corner, man. The sauce man looking to put the league in a saucepan, and he will stay there at P7. Q3 here. Should be some fun weather for the race, I think. And TTV Kaname invalidated there, so we'll keep an eye on the happenings around track. Nothing much brewing right now. I'm going to be back in 20 seconds after a word from our sponsors, Leader Liebag, Cam Rudy. What's that? Can you say that again? Quito? Can you? Quito. Quito. Folks, I don't know if is that the proper pronunciation? Quito. Quito. Oh, okay, yeah. There you go, folks. A little geography, history, a little learning here. We like to be educational in the Mushroom or the Lightning Cup as well. So everyone in the pits here except for Sawzetti, who will be joining them. Leader, anything you want to talk about here? We got a little downtime. How was your weekend? How the ladies treating you, you know? Nice. On a poker table. Beautiful, Leader. Hell yeah, that's what we love to hear. Well, Leader at the poker table. If you're at the blackjack table, remember, folks, always split those eights. Don't be a noob. You split those eights. Play by the book. Some guy was telling me the other day he plays blackjack all the time, and he didn't even know. He didn't even know you're supposed to split eights, and he goes to the casino every day. Like what? You split those eights. Always. I feel like we've done so many races here in Texas. Shout out to Texas, Austin, Texas. Two of my actual cousins in real life do go to the school, University of Texas. So it is. I have been to the Dallas area, the Austin area. Chenzo living in the area here. Toxic Zero living in the area here. Checo, keeping you in check, also living in Texas. So shout out to those guys. All the Texans who have made our league what it is in the past. Much love. On board with Mr. Jennings. He's on his outlap, but he won't eat. Nah, it's going to be the Ashtons here that we got to keep an eye on. It will be none other than Cam and B-Tom. Cam's going to head out first here. Let's have a look. Wham, bam. Thank you, Cam. Looking to whoop some Rudy Poo Candy ass today. Here's Cam. Impressive outing from Cam Rudy, former full-time driver in the Lightning Cup. He is our head steward, and today he's gracing us with his presence in the booth and on the track. But man, he is flying today. We know he's got that pace. Just putting together those races, and today, alongside B-Tom, he's got pep in his step here. Look at him go. Another clean lap from Cam. What driving from Cam Rudy today? Going in a P5. Who is this guy? Is that Cam Rudy or Stewie playing? I don't know. We're going to investigate. We are going to... I'm just kidding, Cam. Great lap from Cam. Shout out to Stewie, too. New homeowner. Hope the house is going well. Hope you've built a man cave with a huge Mushroom Cup logo on the wall. But we'll talk. We'll send you a Neon Lightning Cup logo. Here's TTV Kaname on his hot lap, man. P2 in the Drivers' Championship. I believe he's leading LSR or among the top 2 or 3 standings as well. So look closely at the LSR Tier 1. Should be a good battle for the title with him, Frozen. Shout out Frozen, seemingly starting from the back. Frozen, I believe he must have done it on purpose if he didn't make Q2. So, ambitious, but again, we know how quick Frozen is. Arguably the fastest player I know, so. Kaname, that looked like a cut. But nothing there from the game, and oh my god, we'll see if he uses that to his advantage. And of course, we'll check in with the head honcho, Greg Jennings, as well. Greg Jennings with a P6 right there. Qualifying coming to an end. We're looking on with TTV Kaname. What can he do here? 2 minutes remaining on the clock. And Kaname says P4. How about Makuli? Makuli looking to answer. How about Yanni improving his time there at 1:30.8? Makuli heading across the line. Jumping into P4. Mango. This is one to watch here. The Mango Man himself. Will that be a bruised Mango or a happy Mango? Mango with a 1:30.9 improving his time. Not quite up to Yanni though. Here's B-Tom. B-Tom's in P3 and that will be it for him. And qualifying will come to a standstill, folks. Checkered flags all around. And Yanni, in his debut in the Lightning Cup, will claim his first pole in the Lightning Cup. Mango in P2, B-Tom in P3, Makuli in P4, and we will have a look as we get those standings up. Round 5 of the Lightning Cup. I am T-Bone, joined by leader Leabag, Cam Rudy, who will be starting P10 today on the grid. Great qualifying performance from him. Kaname in P5, Macti in P6, Justin Stry in 7th, Sauzetti in P8, Greg Jennings and Cam Rudy rounding out the field. Yanni, the Hungarian driver, sitting atop that leaderboard for now. And let's keep in mind, Frozen is there at the back where he will be starting. So lots to look at. Formation lap is on today, folks. I know, Formation lap. My God, we got a doozy today, folks. Not quite sure what the weather's going to do. Those clouds looking a little ominous. Never quite know what's going to happen here as these drivers kind of pick their settings, ready up, whatever. Going to be a fun one.
Right.
Looking
Boys,
forward
I'm going to
to
go
it.
and lock in. I'm going to go.
Yeah,
and join
go
the
lock in,
drivers.
bro. Go lock in. Come back after if you want.
Yeah.
Thank you, Cam.
Right, enjoy, boys.
All right. So shout out to Cam. Good luck to him. I'm going to take 30 seconds, leader. Formation lap is on, so, okay, I need to just go for 30 seconds and go. Feel free to tell some stories, anecdotes, a couple breakdowns for the race. Otherwise, ladies, clutch your pearls. It's the Lightning Cup. And just a quick update, Frozen did not do this on purpose. He spun or something, so he just didn't make it. So, Frozen starting P20th, folks, arguably the fastest man in the field. It'll be very interesting. All right, folks, they are lining up. We're going to get this one going. Round 5, Lightning Cup, deep in the heart of Texas. We got Yanni, the newcomer, starting on the pole, followed by the first ever winner in a Lightning Cup race, Mango. Gird your loins, ladies, clutch your pearls. It is I, T-Bone, joined by leader Liebag, and we are going lap 1 of 28 in the Lightning Cup. Our favorite place to be on a Sunday, and here we go. They are off right now. So far, heading into the blind turn 1, up those extreme elevations. Yanni getting through clear. Further back in the field, let's see what we have. All these drivers, everybody is elected for the medium tires, so that tells me there could be rain, perhaps, at the end of that stint. Greg Jennings in P8. We look on further back. Rostachich suffering some misfortune, falling back in the field. Yanni pulling away, extending that lead. Frozen will be one to watch. Where's Frozen? He is currently now into P7. Made his way up 3 positions. And definitely one to watch. The young Canadian driver. Oh no! Running it a little deep there and making contact with Limitless Draco. Frozen there. Perhaps coming in a little too hot. And that'll be something to watch. Really sucks for Draco there. At the back. Knocked back now. So let's just have a look at Draco. Sucks to see, man. Shout out to Draco, the Singaporean driver. Hopefully he can get back in this race. And of course, Frozen likely picking up damage from that incident. Definitely quite some impact. We'll check Frozen's car quickly here. I do expect a right up. He's got his end plates? Okay, then. So Yanni, half a second up on the Mango Man. Looking back at that angry Mango. Shout out to the one and only McCooley, though, on a mission today as well. He has won a exhibition race, and of course last week his comrade, his best friend, his fellow countryman Wingish got that victory in Imola. So McCooley, oh, a little bit of contact ahead. Something happened to Mango. He lost it. And now Mango falling back. McCooley making his way through to P3. Not sure if there was contact or Mango just had a little mishap there or a moment, but Mango's still there in P4. Limitless Draco retiring in the pits. Unfortunate for him, man. I wish he wouldn't give up so quickly, though. Safety cars can happen. Nonetheless, shout out to Dracos. Hate to see that. And Frozen, though, no damage. Oddly enough there. Chenzo in P11 looking to get closer to his teammate Greg Jennings, where those two work in tandem fantastically. Crazy, though. What do you think, leader? What about the pace of Yanni? Already out of that DRS range. And leader, it definitely looks like we're going to see a little bit of rain at some point today. Everyone on those mediums, so that will definitely play a factor. Yanni, really quick right now, but things change, changing conditions. B-Tom thrives in those scenarios. Big winners and losers, Rotudo up 4 spots. Other than that, no one up more than 1 or 2. Frozen now up 3. And look, Frozen has made up all that time and he is already now back in the pack. So we will keep an eye on Frozen again now as he looks to maneuver through this field. Greg Jennings. Look at the camera view here. Great camera work. One of my favorite, maybe my favorite cameras in the whole game. It really gets the topography and elevation, undulations of this circuit, captures it perfectly. Big fan of that. Shout out F125, even though 24 had it too, but F125 does a better job of showing the elevation changes, in my opinion. Kaname in P5 where he started, and again, qualifying is at a premium in the Lightning Cup. Not that easy to make up positions or getting a mistake out of someone else, but Kaname making a pass on Mango. Absolutely beautiful move. Makuli now has fallen to P5. And Mac T right there waiting in the wings. Shout out Tom 1998 and Garaza. Full time, unable to be here today. Shout out to Emerge, always, man. Hopefully everything's okay with him. I know he had a situation he had to deal with that took priority, so here we go. Frozen. Frozen now with the move on Osama. He is into P14, started P20, also had the collision with Draco that set him back 4 seconds, and he has already made up that time, up 6 spots. When Frozen starts P20, it is someone you got to look at for driver of the day. Oh my God, every time. And the best part about this is we get to watch some of the racecraft too, but Frozen has to keep in mind, he may have fun moving through the field, but the guy in P1, I don't know how good these guys really are, Frozen and Yanni, but I know they have esports backgrounds, leader. So I'm still figuring out this group of guys and how quick they really are. But if Frozen is like how they all kind of are, it's a very impressive group of drivers, I will say. To say the least. Definitely leader. We haven't had guys like this ever in our league. I'll tell you that much. With that kind of a background and pace. So it's very new to me too, and I enjoy watching it, to be honest. I only really watch our leagues. I don't watch like esports leagues and stuff, so whenever some of these guys pop into our races, it's a cool experience for me. Same for McJammy, Ferrari Pro. And just watching their racing styles, how they do it. So, and they're all nice guys too, man. All nice guys. For as quick as these guys are, no, they're confident, but no real ego. They're all really nice, cool to deal with. So, shout out to Yanni, shout out to Frozen, class guys, McJammy, B-Tom, Mango, even though he's a terrorist. Ferrari Pro, of course. All very young and good, but very nice gentlemen too. Except for Mango. Nah. Frozen's next target will be Cam Rudy, though. Frozen eliminated in Q3 due to a mess up in qualifying. And then had an incident early in the race, so behind the 8 ball early. Everyone started on the medium tires. Believe rain is on its way at some point. 3-second penalties to Goatley and Crazy Rituto. Mac T and Makuli duking it out here. These guys have a long history of battling each other in some other leagues. I believe ERA. Shout out to ERA. And Mac T. Makuli, no stranger to one another, of course. And Greg Jennings and Sawzetti. Another great rivalry within the grid, if you will. When I say rivalry, I just mean on track. It's always respectful with these guys. Very great group of drivers and human beings for sure, man. Except for Mango. That terrorist. Nah. Mango's my guy. Chenzo, man, how about just, there hasn't been much movement in the field, leader, and that is just crazy. But this race has really shown to me how important qualifying is, leader. Leader, you sound like you're standing next to the track. Yeah, I could see that. Don't get hit by debris. Something happened to Curry and Ritudo, man. Of course, one drinking tequila, the other vodka, and that can never end well. Shout out to both those guys. Ritudo, a last minute call up. He didn't even know he was I invited him to the lobby and he joined, so we'll cover Ritudo a little slack here. When you just join a lobby and this is what you walk into, you know. Salzetti, a 3-second penalty now. So again, leader, the premium on qualifying has really been evident to me this race. Not much movement. Everyone's starting on the mediums. Rain likely coming. Leader, can we get some info on if rain will be present? Because just for everyone to start on the same tires. Is there a virtual meteorologist? You said you're at the track. Do you feel anything? It looked cloudy when the race started, but now it is kind of clearing up, proactive. So, really, leader, it's just look, it's like clearing up now. And again, it is on approximate weather, folks. Ever-changing conditions, just the way we like it here. Make these drivers problem solve, use their mind on the fly here, just like real life. I hate perfect weather in leagues. I like approximate weather. Keep everyone on edge and put a premium on decision making. Ritudo heading into the pits because the tequila spilled and they're all out of the drink. Shout out Ritudo, man. Definitely the man. The man from Mexico. You can catch Ritudo all the time in LSR and probably some other leagues. Let's have a look, though. Frozen is now up to P13. He got the move done on Cam Rudy. Cam with a great qualifying session, down 4 spots right now, though. B-Tom, 2 seconds behind race leader Yanni. And, you know, sometimes I think we do see with guys like Yanni and Frozen, even with our group, we do kind of see there is still still a little ways to go for some of the guys. Like they almost, dare I say, are like a level up still. Yes, sir. Like, I don't know if I can genuinely like look at Frozen and Yanni and tell them confidently, yes, we have competition. Like we do, but there probably are better leagues for these guys in terms of like what they would enjoy, you know? Probably a league full of guys their pace, you know? I'm not trying to insult our league either, you know, we're season 2 and I don't even know if we wanted to go that esports route, but definitely it is crazy the level they race at. And Frozen now just passing BXT, blowing his doors off, treating BXT like he's T-Bone. Frozen up 8 spots now. Keep an eye though, and again, we haven't seen these guys in changing conditions, and also B-Tom is a master at plotting through a race. Well, let's have a look here though, give a little love to the race leader Yanni. He had the pole, the Hungarian driver, and he is actually doing it for the older guys, by the way, folks. I believe 31 years old. He's not like a 17-year-old or whatever. 31 with a family. And still accomplishing this. And, you know, I say 31. I think as you get older, those reflexes ain't as quick. You know, shout out to Mac T, too. I mean, they're not like these guys are old. They're like 30, but, I mean, a lot of the other guys, their contemporaries, are probably 17 to 20 with less responsibilities. So, shout out to Yanni, man. Safety car is out. Safety car is out. Wow. I don't know what happened to trigger that, but a safety car is out. This is going to change a couple things here, likely. Some guys may be forced to make a decision now. I don't know if the rain is imminent like it once was. It is cleared up. Clouds look to have gone the other way. So deciding now if they're going to stay out and wait for the rain, or maybe bet on the rain not coming, folks. Some of these guys are going to put their chips on red, some black. This will be interesting to see. Not sure the causation of that safety car. I'm guessing Curry might have been involved. Smashed someone over the head with a vodka bottle. My man Curry. Another Finnish driver. Good buddies of McCooley and my best friend Wingish. Shout out to Wingish, man. Literally my best friend. T-Bone, if you really need driver, I race. That's what he says to me. Even though he has to work in like 5 hours. He would do it for me. Although I appreciate it, and we know how good Wingish is, you know. I don't want guys to ruin their like negatively affect their actual day-to-day life. But it is, I am very grateful to have a driver like that willing to race. Yanni, though, he's the only driver that did not pit in the top 16, the race leader. Everyone else put on the hards. So that tells me maybe the rain isn't coming anymore, folks. The weather on the fly, approximate weather, perhaps changing. Oh my God! Yanni just hit the safety car. Race leader Yanni just drove into the safety car and loses his right end plate in the craziest, most unexpected turn of events. Yanni hitting the safety car. Wow. Who would ever expect that? I don't know if it was like a bug in the game, but just a driver of his caliber has been so dominant. And I'm sure he's been the first car behind a safety car. Very interesting. And of course, Yanni yesterday in LSR had the pole and then DNF'd lap 1. So he is prone to mistakes, folks. He is human. He's got superhuman skill, but not immune to the odd mishap. So now, after having such a great start, finds him. Not only did he not pit the first time around, not sure if he even had the option, but yeah, now he's got the damage and he's in P16. So his race just, we have a 2-second lead and smooth sailing to P16 behind everybody else on the same tire as him. Absolutely shocking what we just saw right there. And he will have to pay me for the safety car damage, that bumper. Oh my God. So now B-Tom finds himself in P1, followed by Kaname, McCooley, Mango, and a gentleman named Greg Jennings. Goat Lee, Sawzetti. Frozen is up to P8 now after starting 20th. And my God, very much in the mix to win this race. And by the way, I can't count Yanni out either. Safety car's going in this lap. We're getting right back to it. Looking on from Justin Schrei. Shout out to Schrei. Mushroom Cup champion. Got the job done Thursday night. Season finale. First ever championship. A driver on the come up, to say the least, as we get going. B-Tom heading the snake around Texas. These drivers all pitting under the safety car, putting on those hard tires. It looked like rain was in the forecast. It was cloudy, but now it is cleared right up. So I don't know what the weather's really doing. I wish it would tell you, or there's probably a way for me to check. I'm just so dumb. Frozen looking to get through Sawzetti next. Sawzetti from PRL. Shout out to PRL, Danny Rick. Man, look at Frozen, though, the awareness, knowing when to send it, when not to. That's what I really look at. The pace is cool, but this is the shit I really care to see. Mango now dropping off. It's almost like he just pulled over. What is going on with the Mango man? Is Mango missing a left end plate? Yeah, Mango has damage on that car. Brutal to see. Mango was having a great drive here. Hang in there, Mango. Was a very steady race for Mango. Chenzo and Stry now duking it out like they did in the Mushroom Cup. Shout out to Sawa, part of that title fight as well. Shout out to Ezo. Spinala King, AG Guapo. You guys got to hug, kiss, and make up. Frozen is now in P6, folks. And he is on the back of Greg Jennings. Frozen from Vancouver Island, BC. Greg Jennings has a residence there. And Greg Jennings residing in Alberta, though. But yes, of course, I believe his cottage is in BC, so... How about that, man? The Frozen leader. And you saw what happened, by the way, to Yanni? Or were you away? Bro, he drove into the back of the safety car, got damaged, and had to pit. It was like the most wingish thing I've ever seen. Dude, it was crazy. Yeah, I've never seen that in my life other than wingish. And me and Kev. But, like, I mean... I've seen it a lot in my life. Who am I kidding? But from a guy like him, oh man! You know, it's interesting. Him and Frozen both kind of sent dives on that corner, and I don't know. Maybe like, yeah, I don't know. But now Cam getting through there, Yanni trying to get right back in this mix, and there's contact there. A quagmire of cars. Mac T. This is insane. Look at this pack here. Mac T right in the middle of it as well. Yanni, a 3-second penalty. Oh man, so it was smooth sailing for Yanni. Now he finds himself in a precarious situation. But again, folks, only halfway of this race completed. McCooley, fastest lap of the race. Let's go, Greg. Mango fell off because he got damaged. Unfortunate because Mango was just right in that mix as well, man. Mango showing flashes of his brilliance that we all expect from him. Keep grinding, Mango. And now McCooley, a 3-second. Folks, penalties popping up on the board right now. And I think it's probably just those S's trying to keep up with the cars ahead. B-Tom leading the way. All these drivers on hard tires after the safety car on lap number 8. And Frozen behind Greg Jennings there. How about Mr. Jennings? He has been the shining star of the Lightning Cup in a lot of ways here, folks. Having great seasons. And folks, later tonight at 8 p.m., Jordan 2 Wavy's hosting a 100% race, so I'm not sure the details, but he's going to post it. But yeah, so you know, I don't know. He's going to post it and shit, but he just told me he's going to because he missed today and he has FOMO. So now Yanni and Cam Rudy. Yanni getting through there. And how about the Red Bull Racing Academy of Greg Jennings and Chenzo? Folks, as I said, Greg, probably the bright surprise of the Lightning Cup this season. Not a cloud in the sky anymore, by the way. And just Greg, almost underrated a bit. Just knew him from hiding in the Mushroom Cup. Then he came out here, and it's just been banger after banger. Rasta Cheech, a 3-second penalty. A bunch of threes. Nobody has more. Now Yanni has 6. Yanni, what is going on, bro? You're too good for the penalties. I think maybe after the safety car thing happened, it did kind of throw Yanni's composure off a little bit here. and definitely his poise is going to be tested here. Just hang in there, Yanni. You don't need to do anything crazy. You're so good already, dude. But I guess when he is chasing someone like Frozen, he has to make moves and get through, but the guys ahead of him ain't slouches. You got Mac Teach, Henzo Schrei, Goalie, Sauzetti, some of the best drivers we know. Cam Rudy, just don't get any penalties, brother, in P12 with good pace. Shout out to Rick Stratting as well, BXT, Danny Rick, all the other leagues. We're having a great time. Goalie, another penalty. Guys, stop getting the penalties. Please, please, please. I don't think we're getting any rain now. Definitely looked like we would when the race started, but this thing cleared right up. Frozen has now made his way through Greg Jennings, and he is about 4.8 seconds ahead to the next car, which would be McCooley. 13 laps remaining here. Lightning Cup. I am T-Bone, joined by my favorite commentator, great buddy of mine. He'll shoot you with a potato cannon, Leader Liebag. Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland. Not Baltimore, but he's from Maryland. Now residing in North Carolina, I believe. I believe he lives in... It's Baltimore. Did you watch The Wire? That's my favorite show. You have to watch The Wire, bro. Like, you're nuts. You're from Baltimore, dude. Bro, it's the best show of all time, but I'm not going to get into that right now. I get mad. I'm offended when someone tells me they haven't watched The Wire. If you haven't heard of The Wire, then I'm really offended. But I'm old and stubborn. Leader, this has been a crazy race, man. I love doing this shit, watching these races, the LSR, PRL, all these boys racing in the same tiers in a league setting. It is just a joy to watch. Yanni, another penalty. But, dude, Yanni, man, that esports background, too, is just, I think, just after the safety car thing happened, just... And now Kurt there, K. Osama, my buddy Kurt, retiring from the session. Shout out, Kurt. He messaged me 2 weeks ago. He's always been a good racer in open lobbies that I've known and stuff. And some other leagues. Hey, bro, you got any leagues I can race in that are pretty good, you know? I'm like, yo, I got one for you. Then, you know, we brought him here, and I think he's being challenged. Sometimes guys will come in here and get humbled. That's for damn sure. Or LSR. Or our group in general is, I believe, pretty quick, man. Shout out to the DRS Maestro as well, by the way. So Mango at the back there. Don't give up, Mango. 17 cars remain here in classification. BXT making his way through Spenny's Pub Hub, lap 16 to 28. Atop the lead, we got B-Tom followed by TTV Kaname, folks. In other news, a bear shits in a forest. How about the fact that Frozen has been unable to get that gap down to the top three? That could be a product of the DRS, but it still speaks volumes of the top three's pace, considering it is Frozen behind him. And Greg Jennings, very competitive pace here. Kept Frozen behind him for a lap or two and still utilizing the DRS behind him a couple laps later. So happy and proud of Greg. Also, maybe the best steward I've ever seen. If you go look at the Mushroom Cup, his stewarding, his work there has been incredible, up for many awards. And if you try to poach him other leagues, I'll find you. He's signed exclusively. Yeah, no poaching allowed. The only driver you're allowed to poach is the DRS Maestro. Take him. Anyway, I'm kidding, Maestro. Man, Yanni, 12 seconds of penalties, buddy. Come on. I think what could be happening here, too, is, you know, he maybe getting a little frustrated, trying to make something happen, pushing a little too hard, just feels stuck there. He was dominating this race up 2 seconds when the safety car came. He didn't pit. Everyone else pit. Then he drove into the back of the safety car. Then from there, he has picked up 12 seconds worth of penalties. So Yanni, although taking the pole in LSR yesterday and Lightning Cup today, the races themselves have not gone his way. But I do want to give one more shout out, though. 31 years old with a family. He's not a 17-year-old sweat. No offense to 17-year-old sweats. So I'm impressed that this dude's over 30 and that quick, man, to be honest. Most of those guys his pace are young. I don't know if it's like maybe just they have more time to practice, but I do think you're younger, you have better reflexes, you know. Your body's in its prime. So yeah, very impressive there. Shout out to Yanni. Holding it down. McCooley, also an older driver, 56 years old. Mac T, I believe close to 30. We're holding it down for the older guys. Mango, 3-second penalty. McCooley, once again, Wingish is the one who told me McCooley's 56, so I'll take it with a grain of salt. But he's at least 35. Got to hold it down for the older guys. Speaking of older guys, B-Tom's getting up there now too. When I met him, he was a lot younger. It was 5 or 6 years ago. And B-Tom, TTV and B-Tom have put on shows, especially at this circuit there. B-Tom running his buddy a little wide. Further back, Go Lee making the move on Greg Jennings. Go Lee, 6 seconds of penalties. Frozen, still 4.5 seconds behind McCooley. And the battling up ahead, though, these guys, I know they like to have fun and battle, but if they do that here and a guy like Frozen waiting in the wings, it is going to be potentially a mistake. Not to mention McCooley may not be as up for it as well. 3 seconds of penalties. Yanni, another 3 second. Bro, what are they playing on regular corner cut in esports? What's going on? Oh my god. Shout out Yanni, though. Shout out Yanni. Thank you for racing. Thank you for racing. Oh god. I do appreciate it, man. I hate that it turned out that way. How about Frozen now? Only 3 seconds behind that top pack. Konami and B-Tom have to be really smart here and work together, but that'll be easier said than done with McCooley right behind them. And McCooley with a 3-second penalty isn't trying to let other cars catch up and back up. Again, it started cloudy. Looked like we were going to have rain. Not a cloud in the sky now. The weather changing up on approximate. Curry packing it in right there. Of course, the Mouth of the South Leaderly Bag. This race dedicated to the memory of Ozzy Osbourne and Hulk Hogan. As always. Frozen a 3 second now. That is absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. Just pushing perhaps a little too hard here. Well, Greg Jennings, no penalties right there, dude. You never know. This could end up in a podium for him if things go really well. But what we have to look at is Frozen and McCooley, both 3 seconds of penalties. Or no, McCooley's 6 now? Oh, man. So Greg's in the mix here for a really nice finish. Chenzo, Schrei, Mac T all right there as well. And, of course, the battle for the win, Kaname and Beaton, man. These guys have had epic battles in the past, especially at this circuit. Cam Rudy maybe in the mix, outside shot at points. Rasta Cheech as well. Quiet race for BXT. And I am still shocked over the Yanni thing, man. Hitting the safety car while leading the race. And Frozen in a race where he started P20 all the way up to P4. Had a mishap in Q number 1. And, man, I've loved this, man. I always enjoy these races. So it's all good for me, leader. How about you? This is a tough one for Pens. Here's Greg. There's Greg into P5. Bro, just looking at the 10 names in the top 10, it's like, bro, like all those guys are podium guys in any league. So like, it's crazy to me, bro. You say, oh, Mac T's in 10th. Oh, it's a bad race. But look at the guys ahead of him. Look at the fucking guys ahead of him. It's like, there's no shame in losing to anyone in that top 10. I hear the feedback too much. Everyone in this league, for the most part, has won everywhere they've went. Oh my God, though, Mac T lost control there, and he's into the wall. Mac T lost it. No safety car. Crazy. So Mac T retiring there. Crazy because it was on the straightaway too. Obviously, his car is not damaged terminally. He just retired. Beautiful. And we cannot discount the fight here between 6 to 9. Shout out Mac T. Tough ending there for him. Lap 22 of 28, folks. So everybody on the same tires after that safety car. Clouds at the start, looking like rain. It bypassed. Always fun kicking it with my good buddy Leader Liebag and watching some racing. Leader Liebag, an absolute menace on track. In a good way. Not the way I am. He has etiquette. As we look on with Greg Jennings, another dazzling performance here. Him and Chenzo, how about that? Every race putting up solid points. 2 cars in the top 8 for the most part. Looking like that again with some penalties up ahead. Chenzo and P9, penalty free. And Greg, Chenzo working together, man. When these guys put their heads together in a chat together, they are deadly. Deadly. The whole is greater. Jordan too well. Should invite Jordan in here. Sorry, I got to invite Jordan to the booth. Shout out Jordan too Wavy. Unable to attend today's race because he was getting his hair done. Takes him a long time to get his hair done, folks. He's got like really cool hair, you know. He's got like half red, half black hair, you know. Takes a while. Jordan, I was just telling him about your haircut. What were you?
You said a haircut.
Look at the leaders. The leaders now. Look at the leaders. Sorry to cut you off, leader. But the 2 leaders now side by side. And right behind them, Frozen. Frozen and McCooley right behind them. This top 4 all in a pack. Jordan too Wavy joining us here in the booth as well. And we are in for a doozy right now. Frozen and McCooley both with penalties. McCooley's 6, Frozen 3. So McCooley not really in this race. Frozen not really in the mix to win this race unless he can get 3. Kaname!
3.
Kaname a 3. So B-Tom right now, all he has to do is pretty much just survive to get this victory. Penalty is a huge issue here. Sorry, Jordan, we'll touch base with you in a second, but just so much shit started happening when you joined. But I hope you're well, sir. Thank you.
Leader,
Absolutely.
you're not being heard on the stream, by the way.
Really?
No.
At all?
Nope. His voice
Is your voice not? His voice isn't shared? Oh my god.
I was wondering,
Leader.
I was wondering who you were talking to the whole time. Who are you talking to?
Well, I always talk to myself. Oh my god, leader. That's kind of funny, but it sucks for me too, because now I just sound like a crazy person. At least I didn't have to listen to you sing. Oh my god, that's funny, folks. Sorry for the technical difficulty. You missed some gems. Shout out Leader Liebag. Lap 25 of 28 here. B-Tom leading the way. The cars behind him all have penalties. It looked like it was going to rain at the start, but those clouds did go the other way. And a lot to dissect now. BXT in that top 10. And Cam Rudy outside shot for points. Sauzetti has fallen back to P11 now. Unfortunate for him. He was in a crazy battle all race. How about Chenzo and Shry? Just keeping it clean, well racing together. And man, oh man, I have loved the show. It would have been cool if we got a little bit of rain, but not always going to end that way as we get to the penultimate lap. One more to go till we get there. Mango, a 3-second penalty. Rough race for him, but again, a promising first half of the race for Mango. Shout, man, Jordan, you missed the craziest shit. Sauzetti retiring in the pits there. Exciting race from him. Unfortunate ending, but I hope he had fun for the most part. It looked like he was in some battles. Jordan, you missed some craziness. I don't know if you saw with Yanni or Yari. Is it Yanni?
When I joined, I saw he was just cutting corners. He didn't even care.
Okay, so what happened was it was lap 8. He was leading the race. Safety car came out. Then he hit the back of the safety car, got damaged.
So
Then he had to pit, went to the back, then he just got a bunch of penalties.
That's a fun
But he said something with latency. What does latency mean? Is he pregnant? Is it just like a delay?
What's he's on? He's on PC. I guess.
He said
I guess
latency was messed up.
He's pretty much input delay. So
Yeah, okay.
Register on that.
Okay, yeah, he said he had an issue with that. I didn't know what it meant, so thank you for clearing that up. I figured it was some kind of lag issue. So is that a wheel-related thing or a PC-related thing?
It could happen on any platform or anything.
Fair.
You usually get input delays on console and put them on like a TV or something like that. But
Right on. All right. White flag, folks. One more to go. Chenzo and Shirai. We'll see if any battling happens here, but right now they're both fitting to move up at least one spot. And Greg Jennings looking like he'll be finishing in P5. Another dazzling result for him. Makuli steady drive here, looking safely in P4. Frozen and Kaname, this is a battle here for P2. And this is all assuming none of these penalties are disputed too, I guess, so things could change. For sure. Jordan, how was your haircut? Or it's not a cut, I guess. What happened? What do you do? Get your braids out?
I don't got braids. I got
Dreads. Sorry, yeah.
I just gotta retwist.
So you got like a different design, or do they just take it out, clean it, and do the same?
No, you just retwist it. Like,
okay.
Because it's new growth
And-
under.
And do they do like a cleanup too with your lineup, your hair, your lineup? Do they give like a fresh lineup too?
I get my haircut sometime this week.
Oh, you go somewhere else for that. True.
Yeah.
Do you dye it? Do you get your hair colored too? Is it red?
I get it re-dyed on the roots, yeah.
Nice. You half red, half black. That's sick. Is that what Playboy Cardi does?
It is my whole thing.
That's sick, dude. I got my hair cut Friday, but
Final lap. Let's lock in.
yeah, let's lock
Goatley
in.
dropping positions. I think Goatley spun.
Those 9 seconds of penalties make it tough, man. The penalties are tough here, eh? Final lap.
Side note, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mushroom coat drivers in the top 10
Hell yeah, dude.
putting on for MC. In the
Oh,
pit.
and if you were in this race too, I have a feeling you'd be doing well, bro. I don't think you're not a guy who normally gets penalties. You know? Even if you had 3, I'd be surprised.
I
bet you wouldn't have a penalty. Bro, you don't get penalties, man. You're one of the guys who rarely gets them. You're like Greg, Chenzo, Beaton. Don't you agree? It's rare to see you even with a 3 and shit. You never try, because you don't try to do too much, you know? So whatever. Just chilling.
I'd be chilling.
I swear you'd be in a good spot here. You'd probably be in like P8, 7, 6 with no penalties.
Yep.
That's fair.
Anywhere in the top 11, anywhere in the top 11 to 5, probably.
I think you'd be in like 7th or 8th with no penalty. Anyways, we're finishing it up though, folks. B-Tom looking to win his 4th race of the season. Sorry to cut you off, Jordan. It's going to capture this moment here. B-Tom heading around, taking the checkered flag right there. Kaname with a P2, Frozen P3 after starting last.
I think Cam Ruddy will inherit P10.
Great race from Makuli there.
Goatleys.
Greg and Chenzo a 5 and 6. Shirai P7. Rasta Cheech, his first points of the Lightning Cup season, a P8. Go Lee finishing in P9, but it's going to fall. And will Cam get it? Cam taking P10. Cam Rudy with his first points
Mushroom Cup drivers.
in the Lightning Cup. Wow.
6 Mushroom Cup drivers.
So B-Tom claiming the victory. I want to give a shout out to, of course, Sawzetti, Mac T, Yanni, man, everyone else, Mango. But man, B-Tom once again getting the job done. TTV Kaname right there as always. And P3 Frozen after starting P20th. That's a driver of the day for me. And Frozen, of course, had a mistake in Q1, fighting all the way back there. Also overcame an incident with Limitless Draco early. Shout out Frozen. We all know this guy's fast, but I like when we get to see the racecraft on these guys, and Frozen exhibiting. He has racecraft, patience, and all the above. Shout out to B-Tom, though. Jordan, could you invite?
Oh, yeah. Let me do
If
that.
you don't mind. Let's get B-Tom, Greg, Chenzo, TTV Kaname, and I don't think we have a way to talk to Frozen, but much love to Frozen representing Canada. We're lucky to have this guy in our league. A guy that quick giving our league a look means a lot to me, so thank you, Frozen. Just going to do a couple interviews here. We got to get Cam, too.
I'm about to Cam.
Yeah, Cam, Greg, Chenzo, Kaname. Kaname you got to find because he doesn't come online. Let's get him here.
Yeah, I know.
Just hold on. We're just getting everyone in here.
Who was third?
Frozen, but we have no way, so I just gave him a shout out. Yeah, so I invited everyone. I think we're good, Jordan. Thank you. Let's see what we got here. Okay, so we'll start here. After that race, B Tom, of course, getting the victory, followed up by Kaname, then Frozen. McCooley, I want to give a shout out to McCooley. Such a steady drive from him, ending up in P4 there. Lucky to have McCooley around. Let's start here, though, with P10, man. This is a gentleman claiming his first... Oh, could you invite Rasta Cheech, by the way, Jordan? Or somebody? Somebody invite Rasta. But starting here with a gentleman claiming his first career Lightning Cup points. Cam Rudy found something in qualifying, made it all the way to Q3. Then in the race, fell back a little bit, but ultimately... his poise, lack of penalties, and race etiquette type professionalism made it enough for a P10. Cam, how do you feel after that result, bro? And crossing the line, moving up to P10, just getting in there. Let's go.
I think that's the most I've cheered. I've cheered more for that than I did a win. Like it was so stressful. That was I've never cheered as much in my life. That was
how did you cheat?
It was
Cheer.
Oh,
cheering.
okay. I was gonna be like, bro, not now, wrong time.
We're
never
alive,
wrong,
bro.
not in front of Greg.
Yeah, I've got. It was a good fun race. There was some carnage, which was quite entertaining to watch. But I do feel sorry for the lads who were caught up into it.
Well, look, just for the drivers who aren't aware what happened during the safety car. Yanni was leading the way, and he drove into the back of the safety car. Race leader drove into the back of the safety car. And then he had to pit, so that's why he ended up behind you guys. And because he looked pretty dominant, man. But Cam, talk about the pace that you found today. You've always had pace, but I mean, to get to Q3, I think that's a first for you in the Lightning Cup. Were you practicing a lot? I got a message at 6 a.m. my time saying I want to race today. So that tells me you were probably grinding a bit.
It just came from nothing. I did about an hour's practice beforehand, and I thought I fancy a whack at this. And the lap that got me into Q3, it just connected up all together quite nicely. Big shout out to B Tom for the slipstream. Massive. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have made it through. So yeah, it just kind of clicked.
It's good to
but
see
the
for
race
you.
Start, I just lost it.
It's good to see for you, bro. Because you could argue you've kind of underachieved a little in the Lightning Cup. Then you come in today as a reserve in one of our strongest grids ever and put up your first points. We know you're quick. Some tracks, especially Abu Dhabi or whatever it may be, you'll put up crazy lap times. But it's really good to see it come together for you, bro. You deserve the results.
Thank you, mate. Yeah, it was a nice one.
All right, folks, go support Cam's League too. CDR. It's Mondays. Is it 8:30 UK time PM?
8:30 UK time. Yeah.
Hit me or Cam up for that. Great league, good admins. Shout out to Cam for being our head steward as well. He's a reserve, by the way, folks. Next up, another driver scoring their first ever Lightning Cup points, I believe. At least this season, I believe. Rasta Cheech.
Yes.
In the building right now, bro. Again, we know how rapid you've become, especially on this game. You've elevated yourself to one of the top guys pace-wise. Race-wise, it hasn't really come to fruition. The pace hasn't been extrapolated necessarily to the leaderboard and standings. So as I've seen over the last 2 weeks, you're winning races in various leagues. You're getting podiums. I know because you tell me every time. And, you really wanted to be in this league. You clamored for it. You earned the spot. And now to see you putting up points, bro. You want to talk about the race?
Yeah, of course. Lap 1, I got rear-ended, so I went down to P20. And after that, it was just about keeping the head down and trying to find some pace, and at the end I finished P8, so I'm pretty happy with the results.
Nice, man. And you made big moves as well. You didn't make it out of Q1. So what do you think it was? Just having the longevity to elevate yourself from wherever you started to a P8.
Honestly, I need to practice my quality a bit more. I think, especially in the Lightning Cup, going to Q3 is really difficult with the drivers in here, so I'm gonna work on that. But I think race pace is actually good. I can work on that too, but it's been good the last couple of races, so I'm gonna keep focusing and trying to get improve.
Well, again, bro, shout out to you. I always thought with you, it's maybe just got to get that full consistent race. Maybe I think you're just maybe pushing too hard the whole time. Maybe you got to chill out a little bit, but at the same time, that's what makes you so good too. So I guess you just got to find that balance, bro. And I wish you the best of luck, my friend. You're the man.
Thank you, man.
No worries. Next up, we are going to go right here to P7. Was it P7? No, P6. Chenzo. Another dazzling performance from the Greg Jennings Race Academy Red Bull team. 5 and 6 out of the boys again from the Mushroom Cup royalty. No secret, my favorite team, the one I'm cheering for. Chenzo, all races seemed like you and Shirai were interlocked there. No penalties at the end. You were just smart about it. Let the race come to you. Talk about your strategy today, my friend.
Yeah, I mean, basically, as you said, it just kind of be as consistent as I could be, and wait for the chances to come to me. But yeah, it was difficult. Everyone had really good pace, and eventually, the qualifying position didn't help. I think I started P12, but yeah, I ended up working my way through. Got lucky a couple times, and we came out with a good team result. Greg and I.
Yes,
You
sir.
You want to talk about quickly working with Greg, being his teammate, and I also did mention there's a couple guys who it's so rare to see a penalty next to their name. Jordan, Greg, B-Tom, yourself. You want to talk about working with Greg and also how you guys are so good at just avoiding penalties overall, regardless of track.
Yeah, no, we have a very good understanding of how to work together. I guess to make our races work. Yeah, man. Honestly, we don't really have to talk much. We just kind of know in the moment that sometimes we have to let each other by, and it's not time to fight. But the goal is always to get the best possible result for the team. And yeah, man, keeping the track warnings to a limit. It's difficult for sure, but I think in that way we've each pushed each other to just kind of keep it as clean as possible, because we've had races where that's been the difference between a win and a P2.
And
Absolutely.
And I believe it's almost like you guys, in a way, you guys are the only two drivers that kind of came into this league with a constructor's mindset. Obviously, you both want to do well individually, but it's almost like, the name on the front of the jersey is more important than the name on the back with you guys. And I do love to see that. It happens that Greg has maybe got a couple more points than you, but even the race that Greg DNF'd and you got a P3, Chenzo, Greg was just as happy as the race he got a P3. So I think it speaks
Absolutely,
volumes.
yeah.
If you just want to quickly,
Yeah,
a couple of words on that, like the constructor element.
Oh yeah, no, it's always about the team, and sometimes we have bad luck, like that time in Japan where I had to kind of sacrifice my position, but that allowed Greg to really get back some excellent points. And
Still
yeah,
on
man,
for
it's
that.
just and I do it again, yeah.
And I think
you just have to
literally,
read the situation. Yeah.
literally with you guys, I think most people would agree to, like, you're like almost the same skill level. Like, I don't know who's better. No one, like, you're like is. So any given race, one of you guys might be slightly better than the other. And I think you guys are always cool about kind of just working with that and facilitating it. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna happen, and we just got to work with it,
All right,
whichever
well,
way it goes. Yeah.
thank you, folks. You know how much I love Chenzo. It's probably the longest interview ever to someone who finished P6. So shout out, much love. Next up, though, it's probably going to be
Thank you.
another hour because we got Greg Jennings here, team captain and principal of the Red Bull Jennings Academy. I asked Chenzo a lot of the questions, but you want to talk about the team aspect and working with Chenzo in a full-time season?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like Chenzo said, we kind of pick our moments to, benefit the team more so than the individual most of the time. I will say today we weren't really near each other for very long, but Chenzo caught up in the end there, and he had a great race of his own. For me, I felt like the pace was just a little bit lacking. Maybe the tire wear was a little bit much. I was just slowing down as kind of the race went on, which is a little bit unusual. But either way, took advantage of some chaos ahead. There's some issues with Mango and MacT, a couple other guys as well falling back, and just kind of stayed in it and tried to avoid the penalties, as you said, because they were so easy to get, and I was on the verge of getting them at the very end there. So yeah, it's been a blast working together. Today, 18 points. Sounds like a great, successful day, considering we had a couple extra guys in here, like that Yanni guy and Frozen and a couple others that aren't here all the time.
Makuli.
So, yeah, Makuli did an amazing job as well.
Fantastic.
So it was tough out there, man. It was very tough. I had some good battling with Goatly as well. I wish we could have worked together a little bit more, but it was fun. And overall, happy with that one. And we're moving on to... What's the next one? I forget.
Yeah.
I'll look it up.
Yeah. Anyways, Greg, thank you so much. And again, thank you for everything you do. We all appreciate and love you, man.
Saudi next. Thank you both.
Go check out Greg's stewarding in the Mushroom Cup. It's must-see action. It's crazy. He's so good, folks. Greg, other than that, quickly though, was it going to rain or something? Did it say it was going to rain? Because the whole field started medium.
No,
and it looked
wasn't
cloudy.
Rain. I think what happened there is the people, all the racers were wary of a safety car.
Oh, okay.
And also, this track, the hards are much more consistent. So everyone wanted to make sure they had them for later, kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, there was no rain in the forecast. Fair enough. All right, thank you so much, Greg, bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate Chenzo. And again, I think our goal, I shouldn't say our, but it was like 15, 16 points a race. So you guys have hit it every race.
Yes, sir.
Well done, folks, to those guys. We are going to move up here to the P2 car. TTV Kaname was unhappy with me the last couple races. He didn't get his interview or his TB time. He's losing sponsorship deals by the second. But now, Kaname, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
My man, another steady race from you, bro. I mentioned all those other guys who never get penalties. You're in that group too. Rare 3-second for you late. That pretty much restricted you to a top finish of a P2 unless you're going to fight it. Comments on this race and that penalty at the end and how it may have deflated your chances.
Yeah, just too many mistakes. I did too many mistakes. But overall, the pace was good. Lap 1, it was very tricky. I had a kick Sauber inside of my inside, and we almost crashed. But we don't really talk about that. And all right, bro, this man Jordan. It's man Jordan. But yeah, no. At the start, I went for the mediums like everybody else did. It's the strategy nowadays. Now, I tried saving a bit of tires for at least for the first 3 laps. Save some tires because the mediums aren't the best around this track. They don't have the best they don't have the best tire wear. Yeah, I went from P7 at one point. Just overtook, did a double overtake with the kick Sauber and I can't remember who it was. It was I think it was MacT or something like that. I think it was MacT. And yeah, got up to like I think P4. Then Mango had his little incident that made me get into P3. And at that point, I had I think his name was Yanni, and then
Yep.
B-Tom in front of me. They were quicker than me. They were pulling away. If there wasn't any safety car, they would have probably.
I
they
think
were, like,
Yanni
pulling away
was
from me, like half a second.
Yanni was
They
2
would have
seconds
a
up when the
second.
safety car came out, and ultimately he drove into the safety car and got damaged. He was but he was looking good. But I mean, it's kind of disrespectful just to say with 8 laps to go, with only 8 laps in, that he would have just drove off on B-Tom, because the gap was 2.3, then 2. So it's just like
Oh, I was talking
unfair,
about
like
myself.
to say, and like B-Tom's so good at managing the tires, so it's unfair to say Yanni would have drove away without a safety car, but he was looking good, you know.
No.
yeah.
What I was saying was him and B-Tom were pulling away.
Yeah.
So like, if it wasn't for that safety car, like I was gonna say, there was no chance of me even fighting for a P2 or maybe a P1 if I did get the penalty. So that kind of helped me a lot, because you know how B-Tom is with his tire. It's insane.
Yeah.
And so I tried my best. After the safety car, of course, you know, I was P2 because Yanni pitted. Behind me was Mukioli, I think his name.
Makuli.
Yeah, Makuli.
Yeah.
That's his name. And yeah, at that point it was just pushing nonstop for like 6 laps. I was just pushing my ass off like the whole time, and I somehow managed to overtake him. Don't remember what lap it was, but yeah, I pushed my tires a little bit too hard, and those few laps was when I got 2 warnings. And after I overtook him, I can tell he was kind of like slowing down a little bit and not trying to overtake me. So like that was really good because he's quicker than me. Like I wanted him to be behind me, because I knew if I didn't overtake him, bro, he was gonna probably pull away. And yeah, I could just tell that, you know, he was quicker and had better pace than me. And it was a good race till, you know, I got the penalty. I had oversteer on the final corner, and I turned in a little bit too early, and I got the pen, which sucks because I was doing pretty good. I don't know, maybe
Sure.
I would have won. But
Well,
I'm
the
not
thing
really
is,
sure.
my next question, TTV, you know me, I ask the hard-hitting questions here at T-Bone MZ. In your estimation, you know, let's keep it a buck here. A lot of these races, you know, you're finishing P2 behind B-Tom. In your estimation, what will it take to beat him regularly? I know you've beat him before, but regularly and in league settings. In your estimation, what do you have to get better at to maybe get to his level and past it?
Just quality. I need to figure out quality. I mean, it's just like I keep qualifying P5, P6, P7. Like it's just not helping me at all in the race.
And conversely, B-Tom has improved his quality.
Yeah, exactly. I think it was a little bit more opposite. I was a bit quicker on last game in quali, like quite a bit quicker. Not than him, but like just like myself in general. Like I was just quicker overall. And I don't know, something about this game, I just cannot put in a good quality lap like the others. And it's just like me being six. I think it was like 6/10. I think I was away from pole.
Yeah.
So that's insane. Like I mean, I was P6, but at the same time, like.
But to be fair, B-Tom wasn't that close to pole either. I think he started 3 or 4 today. Just so it's.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so qualifying in general though. Bro, today no one was moving too much in the first 10 laps, so they really do help. They really help. Yeah, you're right, bro. Well, Konami, bro.
It was a fun race though. It was a very fun race. I like the battles. I mean,
that's all that
sadly,
matters.
like the way this game works is I just have to be very aggressive, because if you don't be very aggressive, you're not gonna overtake anybody. So like most of the time, I just had to do a dive bomb into turn 1 to try and overtake him. But I mean, I don't want to do that, but at the same time, like
my next comment, dude, is you've quietly become you've always been one of the best drivers, but you've become one of the most exciting drivers over the last 3 weeks. It's almost like you're looser now, and now that you say it, that you have had to be a little more aggressive, it explains. Not that you're dirty, but the battles we're getting out of you have been world class, bro. So, and as you said, you're having fun. So, but yeah, your style's changed a little bit. It has.
Yeah, the stuff I'm doing the past few weeks, I really have never done. I always was more like a passive type of driver, but you know, on this game, you can't be passive. You have to be. If you have an opportunity, you have to go for it because, like, especially when someone's ahead of you that is quicker and you have an opportunity to pass them and give them dirty air, you know, all that good stuff. It just helps, you know.
Yep.
Especially against someone like B Tom.
was-
If you have an opportunity to overtake him, bro, you have to take it. And,
I was gonna say though, the way you've been racing has been incredible. Well, you've had some battles with Hemi, Mac T, and B Tom, but none of that works if the guy you're racing can't quote unquote dance too. So you got to give love to the guys you're battling because if they ain't leaving the space or they're not capable of going too wide through tight spots, the way you're racing won't work. So shout out to them
yeah,
too.
of course. Yeah, you know that's very true.
hmm
They have special wins.
You try that on me, you know you're DNFing.
Oh yeah, I'm gone.
Stick to the DRS. But yeah, Konami, brother, I appreciate you popping in and racing as always, bro. And I hope the SRL race went well. This man did back-to-back races today too, folks. So I'm sure he wants to go eat. You know.
Yeah, I need to go eat something. You're actually not wrong. But
Of
yeah,
course,
no,
bro.
I won in SRL and I got
Lovely.
second place here. So like,
Lovely.
it's been a
good day.
on the racing side. But yeah, no, it was very fun. It was a very fun race. Like always, I mean, P2 is not what I want, but at the same time, considering I started P6 and everything that happened, I'll take P2.
Hell
It
yeah.
was very fun.
All right, brother. I appreciate it. That was another episode of 60 Minutes here. I'm T-Von. No, I'm joking, boys. I'm loving these interviews, man. But next up, if he's not asleep, B Tom. Shout out Konami. B Tom, race winner. I don't know if he's still here. He might have just dozed off. We'll give him a minute here. Otherwise, let's have a word with Jordan 2 Wavy. Jordan, what were your thoughts on the race? I know you didn't see too much of it, but what you're hearing. And
It sounded very interesting from what I heard it. So
it was. And I was also mentioning, Jordan, I told the stream you're hosting. You want to host a race tonight? 100%.
oh yeah,
8 p.m.
I was gonna announce it the second.
Yeah.
This
Go
stream
for
ended, but since we're here, tonight at 8 p.m. EST, 1 a.m. GMT, 100% at Spa.
What?
Wait, where?
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Spa?
Spa.
Bro,
Oh, yeah.
I feel like you guys
I'm
have done
playing.
Spa so many times.
We done
Like, how many
Spa
times have we
once,
been
and
to
that was
Spa?
Thursday.
Bro,
We done it once, I think.
whatever. I'm not racing anyways, but I'm like, are you guys bored of Spa?
Spa.
Are you guys bored of it?
Yeah,
Like,
that's
every
fine.
race I see is Spa.
Wow, I love it, man.
We did an exhibition there like 2 nights ago. Whatever, I don't care.
That was a league race in Spa.
It's the same shit. Anyways,
You're not wrong. to be
B
fair.
Tom, are you here? All right, folks, look.
He's gone, bro.
B Tom, yeah, it's been a long press conference anyway. So shout out B Tom. Oh, he's here now.
Yeah,
He's alive.
B Tom, winner of 4 of 5, the first 5 Mushroom Cup or Lightning Cup races this season. Even longer streak dating back to last season. I don't know the numbers, he does, but he's been dominant, of course, man. B Tom, today's race, I was not given or gifted to you at all, but at the end, I think just like your perseverance and ability to keep that car on track and staying out of trouble was the key. I'm not saying you wouldn't have won anyways, but yeah, you want to talk about that and how it was kind of a race of attrition?
Yeah, well, honestly, it's just one consecutive win. Obviously, we know in Imola I got a penalty post race.
Yeah.
I disagreed with the outcome, but you know, it is what it is. You move on. But part of it does hurt because if not for that, it would have been 12 consecutive wins. But you know,
Oh my
it is
God.
what it is.
Jesus.
Poor baby. Aww.
Don't worry, B Tom. Don't worry.
But
Before that, who was it that won? That's insane. 12?
I think it was you.
Well, yo, I do like that Wingish is the one that broke B Tom's streak. That is kind of poetic. Even though he's kind of not the one who did it. But
Yeah.
anyways, B Tom, talk about the race, bro. Class act. Sorry for chirping so much.
Yeah, he's pretty good. In the first stint, I think I forget the guy's name. The guy in the McLaren.
Yeah,
Yeah, he,
Yeah, I think
He hit
ended
the
up
safety car.
racing me. Yeah, I saw. I watched it happen. Yeah, but I think he just had a bit more pace than you, like maybe 1 or 2 tenths a lap. He's just consistently eking up the gap slightly. So I don't think I would have beaten him under normal circumstances, but maybe there would have been a chance had I qualified a bit better. I made a mistake, and well, 2 big mistakes in my last run, which cost me the front row, and obviously Mango. You know, I don't want to say he did what he does best, but you know, he did his thing, and there's a break in the DRS train.
I'm
So.
gonna say it for you, bro.
Yeah, from that point onwards, it was just gonna be, you know, a race for P2. But you know, we had the safety car. He got screwed over by the timing, and then he rammed it to the back of the safety car. So at that point, it's just a matter of, you know, not messing up. Thankfully, I managed to do that. So yeah.
Look, B-Tom, you know, it's no secret. One of the reasons you're so dangerous is you could win a race in a large variety of ways. It doesn't have to be driving away. Usually it's not just driving away from a field. You usually just kind of figure it out, and when the dust settles, you somehow just end up in P1. So yeah, you kind of just always figure it out. They say stacking podiums might be the key to winning a title, but I know you want to win every race you're in. And I hate to just kind of go off the Lightning Cup today, but last night in PRL, I was half asleep, but I do think it was one of the most impressive performances you've ever had last night in the Netherlands, man. And I know you didn't even get to get interviewed about that race. So, you want to talk about that? You took the soft tires 16 laps in the sprint and finished ahead of Mick Jammy, who I consider one of the 2 or 3 best drivers I know.
Yeah, it was just 12 laps, 16 laps.
Okay, 12, sorry. It seemed like 16.
But yeah, I didn't have enough time to adjust my tire pressures or change my strategy, partly because I wasn't paying attention. So I thought I was cooked basically from lap 1, but I managed to get track position early on, and then I was just trying to save my tires as much as I possibly could, so I'd have something to fight with at the end, and managed to work out. By the end of the race, it was below 60% wear, whereas I know others on mediums were above that point. So
yeah,
the tire management early on was critical.
And you won the actual Grand Prix as well, and that was a crazy race. Rain on and off, safety cars. Someone might have messed with the weather. I don't know, but
yeah.
And the main thing I took from that is you took Mick Jammy's best punch, and you came out on top. And I'm not throwing any shade at Mick Jammy. It's just a compliment. In my opinion, Mick Jammy's a bar. Like, he is the best. Like, him, B-Tom, whoever else it may be, man. So, to me, that was just crazy impressive. And you guys are just so tight in terms of, like, the skill and the racing. And you guys were, like, side by side at certain points through the Netherlands. So shout out to Mick Jammy, shout out to you, bro. I don't even know who's better. I think you're, like, literally so close, man. And it's a pleasure to watch, honestly.
Yeah, there's a chance he wins both because he reported me for something in both the sprint and the race, but we'll see how it turns out. Regardless of the outcome, I felt like I drove well, so you know.
Yeah, I was watching the whole time.
It is what it is. Yeah,
I was just there watching.
Well, look, that's PRL business, but again, sorry to the Lightning Cup folks for kind of talking about PRL here. But anyways, we're going to wrap up the stream here. Guys, stay for a second. I'm just going to end the stream. Thank you, everyone, for racing. Shout out B-Tom, Kaname, Makuli, everyone who had a great race, Frozen, everyone, man. I'm